Despite my disease, you're all coming is great. I had philia, I had jaundice. I'm not able to speak. Shreyo hi jnanam abhyas. Om sahana bhavatu, sahana bhunaktu, sahaviryam karavavahai, tejasvinavadetamastu, ma vidvishavahai. Om shanti shanti shanti. Shruti smriti puranana, alayam karunalayam, namami bhagavad pada, shankaram loka shankaram, shankaram shankaracharyam, keshavam badarayanam, sutra bhashya kritav vande, bhagavantav punah punah. And we are doing, today it happens to be Wednesday, so we are doing Bhagavad Gita class. Chapter number 12 and 12th verse. Chapter 12. Shreyo hi jnanam abhyasa. See, understanding is better than jnana abhyasa. Abhyasa means practice. Aviveka purvaka abhyasa. Through aviveka, without knowing, if you keep on repeating, I am Brahma, I am Brahma, I am Brahma, I am Brahma, you don't become Brahma. And therefore, it is better to think and understand how I am Brahma. And therefore, jnanam is better than practice. Yeah, but then jnanam is better than aviveka purvaka. Aviveka purvaka means presupposing indiscrimination. Indiscrimination practice. Indiscriminate practice. Understanding is better than indiscriminate practice. Yes. Shreyo hi jnanam abhyasat. Jnana dhyanam visishyate. Jnana se bhi dhyanam visishyate. Jnanam means understanding. Dhyanam means nidhyasana. Nidhyasana means thinking about just once, knowing the truth once is not enough. You have to know the truth again and again. You have to know the truth. You have to abide on the truth. And that is better. Dhyanam is better. Dhyanam means meditation. Meditation otherwise means contemplation. Nididhyasana. Nitaram dhyatam ichcha. Nididhyasana is better. Nididhyasana is better than knowing. Dhyanat karma phalatyagaha. If a person says, all this is all right, Swamiji, it's very difficult to know the truth, but it's I can only work. Then he says, all right, you do, but then you perform your duty. But then what happens is when the result comes, you have to say, you have to understand that it has been determined, shaped by Parameshwara. That you have to think, that you have to understand. If you understand that, then definitely karma phalatyaga. Karma phalatyaga. Dhyan se bhi acha hai. If all this, if it is not possible, then karma phalatyaga is better. Karma phalatyaga is better because a person who doesn't understand the truth is a devotion to God, bhakti, do your duty and leave the result to Parameshwara. Leaving the result to Parameshwara is not easy. Don't think, don't just Sri Krishna Arpanavastu कहने से नहीं होगा. I understand. Understand means that every action has a result. Every action has a result, and that result is determined by the law. And the law is the Lord. And the law of karma is there. Every law produces the result. If you kill me today, and then I also die and you also die, then you have no way to enjoy the fruit of your action if you die. And therefore, what happens is that you will be taking the next body, and you will be taking the next body, and in that body you will enjoy the result. The law will bring you the result. That result you cannot escape. You can't escape. The result will always come. The law will create the result wherever you are, in whatever position you are. Will always create a result. The law of karma will not leave you alone. And therefore, the law of karma is there. Wherever you are, in whatever position you are, in whatever place you are, in whatever situation you are, you think that I can manage. But yes, you should make an effort to manage. But sometimes, even despite managing in the best manner possible, but still you fail sometimes. That is only because the previous law of karma doesn't help you. Previous karma came and neutralized the present effort of managing. And when the past karma comes and neutralizes the present karma, then you say God is insensitive, God is unjust, and therefore I made the effort, I didn't get the result. You blame God, but then there is no use of blaming anything. You have to blame yourself, because when you get the pain, it is only the last karma's phalam, the last karma, the previous janma's karma's phalam is there. So I don't know whether people accept punarjanma or not. But punarjanma, if you can come back, if you can leave the body in the night and come back to the same body, you can come back to another body also. Transcending the body, if you can come back to the body, that is called avidya. As long as avidya is there, the law of karma will be there. And when you transcend when you transcend the body, when you transcend the law, when you have the jnana, when you remove the avidya, then definitely it is there. Therefore, karma palatyaga, Sri Krishnarpanavastu is not enough. Sri Ramarpanavastu, Krishnarpanavastu, Ishwararpanavastu is not enough. You have to say, you have to understand that my actions will always produce results according to the law, according to my actions. There is no, Bhagavan doesn't have the will. Bhagavan is a presence. In presupposing his presence, hmm, all my mind is working, my hands are working, my feet are working, everything is working only because of Parameshwara's presence. He does not have likes and dislikes. He doesn't have the will. When he doesn't have the will, then there is no question of likes and dislikes. Without the will, there is no likes and dislikes. Only the individuals have got the likes and dislikes. The absolute cannot have likes and dislikes. In the deep sleep state, do you have likes and dislikes? You don't see anything, you don't miss anything. There is only non-dual you, only non-dual presence of you. You experience the presence there. Because if you are not there, then who experiences the peace? And therefore, you experience the peace. And therefore you are not you transcend your individuality, you transcend your name, you transcend your form, and then the conscious being alone is there, and that conscious being cannot be killed. Najayate mriyate, it has no birth, it has no death, and therefore it is that conscious being that takes another form. Even this form is gone, that form is gone, and another form he takes. And therefore when the atma has to do, the Bhagavan says here that you have to do the action, you have to do your karma, and then phalam comes by God's law, by the law of karma. The law of karma will determine the result of your karma. The law of karma will determine the law of karma, your karma. That is that karma palatya, dhyanat karma palatyaga. When you can't gain the knowledge, see, first is Shreyohi Jnanam Abhyasat. Understanding is better than wrong practice. That is there. Jnana Dhyanam Visishyate. Jnana se bhi abiding on Jnana, it is not Jnana, temporary Jnana, permanent Jnana is necessary. For that, Dhyanam is required. Dhyanam is necessary. And if that Dhyanam also is not possible, Dhyanam is not possible because Jnanam is not possible. When Jnanam and Dhyanam is not possible, then karma phala tyagaha. You do your karma, you do your duty, and everybody has a duty. When you say, Swamiji, in this world, everybody is the same, why this caste system? You may ask a question. Why this caste system? This caste system is there It worked when it worked. Now it doesn't work, and therefore nobody bothers. Nobody bothers about the caste surname, and therefore caste is not an important thing. And therefore, dhyanat karma phala tyagaha. Tyagat shanti hi anantaram. As soon as you renounce, you say that this has come to me, the result has come to me as a result of the law of karma. The moment under that law is Parmeshwara himself. And therefore, when you understand this, shanti, there is peace. You don't have the likes and you don't have the dislikes. I don't like this result. I dislike the result. All these things you don't say that. You always say you're always peaceful. Where there are no likes and dislikes, they are always peaceful. And therefore, every person is suffering from subjectivity. Subjectivity means belief. Subjectivity means you subjectively you think that God must be in heaven, and God must be in heaven, and God cannot be in heaven. Heaven is in God. God is not in heaven. He is not a jiva. He is not an individual. We are not. We occupy only a point in space. That is called. We are called a jiva. We are identifying with the form. But when you don't identify with the form is the only thing that can make you limited, make you look limited. The form is not there, then you are unlimited. It is the unlimited that takes itself to be limited. And therefore, when Shanti hi Anantaram, and when you renounce everything, when you renounce the karma phala at the feet of the Lord, then there is Shanti. The individual, the subjectivity, subjective thinking, prejudice, prejudiced thinking, prejudiced thinking is exactly prejudiced thinking, uh, subjective thinking is exactly the problem. The belief is the problem. Ji. Without believing, if you say, if you are not a believer in anything, if you go by scientifically, if you go correctly, then definitely consciousness is there. Your consciousness, you are solely consciousness, and you are not the deha, because the body can be objectified. I can see the body. The seer is different from the seen. This is the basic Vedantic tenet. The basic Vedantic tenet is the entire Vedic culture will fall if there were no difference between seer and the seen. The seer is the seen it depends upon the seer. The seer does not depend upon the seen. The seer, the conscious being, even though the seen is not there, he is very much there, and therefore he is in the sleep. He is absolute, and he looks dark because he is the seer is different, but because he transcends the form, he transcends everything. He transcends the universe. He transcends everything, and then he becomes the he stands as the form. He stands free from the form, stands free from the individuality. He transcends himself. He is an individuality. He transcends his name and his form. Even though he is sleeping next to in his own house, he is not aware of his house. There is no second thing. When the thoughts are not there, thinker alone is there. And therefore, when the thinker alone is there, that is called Advaitam. And thinker is not there. Thinker as conscious being is there. Conscious being alone is there. And therefore, Shanti Anantaram. There is no gap between prayer and peace. When you pray also is prayer is nothing but doing your duty and offering the result unto the Lord. Unto the Lord. Hey Lord, Bhagavan, please inspire me to know you. Please inspire me to know you. This is exactly the prayer, the best prayer. Please inspire me to know you. Because once the inspiration comes, then you don't have to worry about anything. Inspiration comes means you go by your inspiration. If you are not inspired, then you may say anything, but a person becomes sluggish, and therefore the inspiration is very important. Therefore, after that prayer, immediately there is peace. And therefore, the shanti anantara. Antara means the gap. There is no gap. There is no gap between peace and prayer. Prayer and peace are there is no gap between the two. Time gap is not there. Of course, as soon as you pray, there is shanti, and this is exactly. And therefore, Bhagavan says, therefore you shanti anantaram. Therefore, what should you do? You have to do your duties and offer the results. And then he has given the means to work, and he has also gives you the result. Therefore, he is karma jaksha, karma phaladata. He is karma jaksha means he has given me. I find myself. I find myself means I am given. I find myself with the body. I find myself with the hands. I find myself with the fingers. I find myself with the heart. I find myself with the liver. It's all according to my karma. And therefore, karma without karma siddhantam, there is no Vedic culture, please. And Sanatana Dharma is, Sanatana means, these days there is a lot of discussion about Sanatana. Sanatana means the timeless. That which is timeless is what is called Sanatanam. What is timeless? Sanatanam. That which is ancient, nahi, timeless. And the truth is timeless. The truth is Sanatana. The truth is Sanatana. Atma is Sanatana. Ajo nitya shashvatoyam purana. And nahan nitya hanyamane sharire. You can't kill this Atma. And therefore, you have to follow these values. You have to prepare yourself to know the truth. And in order to prepare yourself, what should you do? Whatever the others want me to do to them, I should do to them. I expect the others to tell me the truth. Therefore, I should tell the truth. Everybody is in his heart, everybody is born with a sense of right and wrong. Everybody is born with a sense of right and wrong. Everybody, even a child knows what is right and what is wrong. And therefore, right is whatever you want me to do to you, the same I should do to you. And therefore, you expect me to tell you the truth. Therefore, I should tell the truth. You expect me to help you, and therefore I should help you. You expect me to help me. You expect me to help you. Mm. You expect me to be kind. Therefore, I should be kind to others. And therefore, these are the values. The value system we need not be learned. Do unto others what you would be done by. Do unto others what you would be done by. What the others want you to do, that alone you have to do to others. What you expect to others to do to you, and therefore not what I expect them to do to me, the same thing I should do to you. And therefore, I expect them to do, I expect others to tell me the truth. Therefore, I should tell the truth. I expect the others to be kind to me. Therefore, I should be kind to them. And therefore, this is exactly that. Therefore, every heart, every human being is born with a sense of right and wrong. Therefore, he doesn't grow with ignorance about dharma. Dharma is some dharite aneneti dharma. Dharite aneneti dharma means two individuals can live together happily, together peacefully, and that is what is called dharma. Through which they live together happily. To accommodate is a dharma. To teach is a dharma. Every value is a dharma. Every value is dharma. And what is a value? Whatever you expect others to do, what you expect to whatever I expect from others, from me, I expect others to be kind to me. Therefore, I should be kind. I should expect others to be equal to me, to respect me. Therefore, I should respect others. And therefore, these values only are called dharma. Dharma does not mean religion, please. Dharma does not mean religion. Dharma is a religion means it's a pantha. Panth means pataha, it's a path. Christianity is a path. Islam is a path. Hinduism is a path. All are paths. But dharma means not a religion. Dharma means values. Anything to be done, to be done. I have to do this. I have to do that. Everybody has a duty. Everybody has a duty. whether he is a big man or a small man, whether he is a prime minister or a sweeper, he has a duty. And doing that duty prayerfully is what is called karma yoga. Doing our duty prayerfully is what is called karma yoga. And therefore, bhakti. Bhakti does not mean all the time remembering Bhagavad name. That may be bhakti, but then if you hear Bhagavan in Bhagavad Gita, what is taught is you should do what is to be done. And that Yatra Yogeshwara Krishna, that is why it is said towards the end of the Bhagavad Gita, wherever there is Krishna and Arjuna, means Krishna is the one who understands the truth. Wherever there is Arjuna, Arjuna means the one who is ready to act. The one who Krishna means the one who knows the truth. Arjuna means the one who is ready to act. There, Vijaya, there is victory. Wherever there is Krishna and Arjuna, there is victory. Krishna means the one who understands the truth. Arjuna means the one who understands what is to be done is done. If you do what is to be done, and then say to the God prayerfully, then that is called karma yoga. Even karma yoga does not mean doing bhajana all the time. Now, if you are a sannyasi, it is all right. If you are a grihastha, then you have so many duties. You are a grihastha, so many duties. And those duties have to be done. कर्तव्य has to be done. If somebody comes, ये हमारा फर्ज है आपको आके देखना, हमारा फर्ज है बोलते हैं हम लोग, हम ऐसे कहते हैं ना हमारा फर्ज मतलब हमारा ड्यूटी है. Therefore, you don't have to think that there is no karma yoga. Karma yoga is there, but your prayer also purifies your mind. You find yourself peaceful. You find yourself peaceful. You find yourself comfortable. You find yourself. Bhakti creates such a thing that you find yourself comfortable and peaceful, and therefore the values are taught here. The first value is adveshta, not to hate anybody. Adveshta means not to hate anybody. You hate others only because you want others to be like you. But every individual is born with a different sanskaras, and therefore they cannot be like you. We hate the others because they are not like me, and therefore there is a variety of jivas are there, and therefore every jiva is born with a sanskar of his own, and therefore you can't expect others to be like you, and therefore adveshta, and therefore adveshta means don't hate, don't be freedom from, try to be free from hatred from one another, and then if he were to belong to another caste, then you hate, and then he is a nicha, he is someone low, he is low born, and in this manner we hate them. And then he belongs to the other religion, then also we hate. This hatred. These values are not there. These values, that means that person doesn't have the values. If a person has values, adveshta, non-hatred, and these values have no value. That's why Swamiji used to say, value of values is Brahma Vidya. I follow values so that I can purify the mind. I want to have the peaceful mind, purified mind, so that I can discern between the body and my consciousness, and so that I can understand what is consciousness. And it is not one, consciousness is at a given place. Consciousness, in consciousness is everything. Everything is a thought. All thoughts are in the mind and in the consciousness. The table cannot have thoughts. Therefore, all thoughts are in consciousness. Consciousness is not in a place, in a given space. Space also is a creation. तस्माद् वै तस्मादात्मनः आकाशः सम्भूतः आकाशाद् वायु वायोरग्निः अग्निरापः अद्य पृथिवी पृथिव्या ओषधयः ओषधभ्यः अन्नात् पुरुषः. In this manner, everything is, all five elements are born of this Atma, and therefore one has to understand that the values are there. You find yourself peaceful, and you find yourself contemplative, and that is what the law does. The law sees to it that you find yourself peaceful and complete as a result of your prayers. Adveshta Sarva Bhutanam. And all pranis, Sarva Bhutanam means all pranis, Sarva Praninam, Sarva Bhutanam. You don't hate any, even snakes should not be hated. And therefore, in order, Naga Panchama, Naga Panchama is nothing but Naga Panchami. Is there Naga Panchami? People give milk to the snakes, etc., just to overcome the hatred for the snakes. It is just when you have overcome the hatred for the snakes, then if you have, if anything harms you, then you develop hatred for them. And therefore here it says, Bhagavan says, don't have hatred for anything. Don't have hatred for any living being. Maitraha. And you be a Maitra. Maitraha means be a friend to all. Means be a help others to whenever you want, whenever you whatever you can do, you can do. You can help others. Maitraha means to be a friend of anybody. Well-wisher, be a well-wisher. When you wish others also, you must mean it. And not merely saying the words, but you should mean what you say. You should mean what you say. Maitraha. Karuna evacha. Karuna evacha means compassionate. Be compassionate. Be compassionate. You always expect others to be compassionate to you. Therefore, you should be compassionate to others. And therefore, you want others to be friendly to you. When you go out to the next country, other countries, you want you want them to be friendly with you. And when somebody else comes to your country, you have to be friends to them. You should be friendly with them. Whatever we expect from others, the same thing we should do to others. That is what is called value, dharma. That is called dharma. The dharma means value, value. What is the value of values? What is the use of all these values? The values will purify the mind. Purified mind is peaceful mind, and when the mind is peaceful, you can think and you can discern between Atma and Anatma, consciousness and the body, and then therefore consciousness and the body, and that is called what is called Brahma Vidya. And when Brahma Vidya is the use of value of values. And therefore, if you are not a Brahmavid, if you are not a Brahma, if you are not a seeker of the truth, then you won't follow our values. And therefore, a person who doesn't have any value, any value for the truth, he has no pray. He doesn't even come to prayer. He has no value for the truth. And therefore, if a person doesn't have the value for the truth, then he has no value for the values also. Why? Because he is not interested in a peaceful mind. He doesn't understand the value of peace. The peacefulness can be used only for knowing the truth. Otherwise, what is the use of peace? Ji? If the truth is known, then it is absolute peace. To transcend the body, to transcend the thought, to transcend the breath, everything, and then you are alone. You are Advaitam. And then the question of likes and dislikes doesn't arise. The question of likes and dislikes doesn't arise. Karuna evacha. Nirmamaha. Nirmamaha means he is free from mindness. Mamatvam, he doesn't have mamatvam. This is mind. This is Bhagavan's. Because everything has been created by Bhagavan. Therefore, everything is Bhagavan's. Ahankara evacha. Ahankara means I am an individual. I am this form. This is the actual meaning is I am this form. This is called ahankara. Ahankara is generally thinks attitude of ego. Attitude is considered to be ego. That attitude of ego is not the ahankara. The perception of the one's existence as the body. Perception of the existence of as one's body. This body is me. That is called ahankara. And you have to be free from mamatvam. And to be free from mamatvam, you have to be free from ahankara. You have to be free from the thought that I am this body. Nirahankara, samadukha sukha. Dukha mein, sukh mein, because when you perform the karma, The karma is sometimes it is aided by your previous karma, sometimes it is neutralized by previous karma, and therefore you may get success, you may get failure. And in all the situations, you should be same. You should be happy. You should be cheerful. It is Bhagavan's will. If it comes, it is good. If it does not come, it is okay. It is again God's will. Because even though you have succeeded many times, but you can't be definite about success. You can't be definite about success. You can only do karma and leave the rest in the hands of God. Therefore, you can't be sure about karma. If you can't be sure about the result, and therefore, even whether you can do the karma also, you are not sure whether I can do the karma. Samadukha sukha. And a person who is the same in sukha and dukkha. Sukha is temporary. Objective pleasure is temporary. Dukkha also objective, pain also is temporary. And when the temporary pleasure and pain go away, then I am all right. Both of them are temporary. Both of them are temporary, and therefore in sushupti, in the deep sleep state, whatever pleasures you had yesterday, where are they today? They are not there. Whatever pleasures you are going to have today, whatever pains you had yesterday, they are not today. And it's in the same manner, whatever pains you are having today, they will not be there tomorrow. In this manner, all pleasures are objective pleasures, and pains are going to be temporary. They are not there, they keep changing in time. They are finished off. And therefore, samaha. And therefore, what is permanent is only peacefulness. Everything is born of like silence. Everything is born, it's all noise. Everything is noise. The noise has a beginning, and the noise has an end. The noise is born in silence. The noise is born in silence. Silence is something. In peace, the noise is born. Atma is peaceful, and therefore, when a person dies, everything is peaceful. Ultimately, the noise goes away. The noise comes to an end. In the same manner, every thought comes to an end, and therefore, when every thought comes to an end, then why worry? And therefore, it is said, Samadukha Sukha, Shami. Shami means Shami means accommodative. Accommodative means that a person may not be accommodatable, but you should be an accommodator. A person is accommodation. A fool, you don't have to follow a fool, but you should accommodate a fool. Yes, you don't have to follow a fool, but you should accommodate a fool. Yes, understand the fool as a fool. A fool doesn't have to be followed. Doesn't have to. You don't have to follow his footsteps. But you have to accommodate him. Accommodation is important. Accommodation. Shami. Shami means accommodate. Even accommodating all animals, accommodating the dogs, accommodating all animals is important. Because accommodating all animals is important. Because your human life is not greater than a mosquito's life. Life is the same. Mosquito thinks that I am nothing. But man kills mosquitoes. That is the difference, G. Man kills mosquitoes. Mosquitoes are also important. Their life is that life is also important. Between a man and a mosquito, what is the difference between the two? This is something very important question, G. Man's life and mosquito's life. What is the difference? Mosquito gives diseases, you say. And then man also gives diseases. When he gets diseases, he can also make people unhappy. He can also make people unhappy. And therefore you have to accommodate. You have to keep your thing clean. And when you kill something, then definitely the law of karma will create problem. When you kill any life. Therefore, Kshami means accommodative. And the next one is Santushtaha, Satsam Yogi. Yogi means a student of truth. A student of truth is what is called yogi. Yogi means a student of truth or a student of exercises. A student of exercise, physical exercises. If a person is interested in, then he is called Santushtaha. He is called a yogi. Yogi means yoga. Yoga is karma yoga. Karma, by way of doing your duty, you are also following prayer, and therefore it is karma yoga. Prayer is anything that is pertains to the truth is what is called. When you think of prayer, prayer is to the truth. Prayer is to God. God is a theological word, and truth is philosophical word. But and therefore I'm saying God is the truth. God is whatever remains, whatever remains without resolving. That is the truth, and therefore santushtaha satsam. Always a person who is a student of the truth, a student of exercises. He is santushtaha. He has to be pleased. He should be pleased. Santushtaha. He is happy, contented. Satsam, sada. Santushtaha means he is happy. Satsam, yogi. Yogi means a seeker, a student of the truth. And he should be controlled. He should be happy all the time. He should be contented with all the time. Whatever comes to him, he is contented. Whatever phalam comes, he is contented. Karma yogi. Yogi means karma yogi. That karma yogi can be a grihastha or vanprastha or sannyasi or a brahmachari. It doesn't matter to whether he is a brahmachari. A brahmachari also, when you go to an ashram, you have to become a brahmachari. Brahmachari also has to be very careful. Brahmachari also has to be happy and peaceful always by offering the prayers and and also helping the Gurukula. And also Santushtaha Satsam Yogi Yathatma. Yathatma means Santushtaha Satsam Yogi. Yathatma means and you should be when you're disciplined, when you always expect others to be disciplined, therefore you should be disciplined. Yathatma means you expect others to be disciplined, therefore you should be disciplined. This is called dharma. The the constitution of dharma is fit into everybody's heart. Fit in everybody's heart. Everybody is born with a human body with a sense of right and wrong. This is very important. Sense of right and wrong. Everybody is born with a sense of right and wrong. I should not grab others' property because I don't want others to grab my property. I don't want to grab others' money because I don't want others to grab my money. I don't want to grab. I don't want to tell lies to others because um, I don't want others to tell lies to me. I don't want to tell lies to others because I don't want others to tell lies to me. This is exactly what is called do unto others what would be done by what is done by you. Santushtaha Satam Yogi Yatatma Dृढ़ Nishchaya. And all these values are possible when you have made a clear decision that I must know the truth. I must know Dृढ़ Nishchaya. A firm conclusion you have made, I must know the truth. Dृढ़ Nishchaya. It is Bhagavan says here, Dृढ़ Nishchaya Adhyavasaya Yasya Atma Tattva Vishaya. In the matter of Atma, I should be firm. In the matter of knowing the Atma, I should be firm. And that is what is called Dृढ़ Nishchaya. Mayarpit Mano Buddhi. And the one who has offered unto me, unto the truth, his mind and his intellect. The one who has offered unto me the truth, his mind and intellect. Means he is always using his mind to think of to think of the truth, and he is always using his intellect also to determine the nature of the truth. And therefore, Atma Buddhi Yomad Bhakta. And a person, a student of the truth, he is indeed dear to me. See, we all think, am I dear to him or not? Say you should be dear to Bhagavan only. You should be clear that you should be dear to Bhagavan. And that's all. You don't have to be dear to a human being. You should be dear to Bhagavan. And therefore, that is what is said. That is what is said. And the more of it we will see in the next class, Ji. Thank you, Ji. Purnamadaha Purnamado. Purnat Purnamudachyate. Purnasya Purnamadaya. Purnameva Vasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. You have been able to hear, Ji, and then there will be no class on Saturday, Ji. Monday we will meet. Saturday there won't be. Monday we will meet.